Gonna do it for Summer Game Fest. We will see you at Gamescom on August 19th. Thanks, everybody.
So, Summer Games Fest of 2025 has come and gone, leaving behind incredible announcements to well-established franchises, long-awaited indie sequels, and introduced fresh new blood to the gaming scene. And I, your humble hardcore seasoned gaming veteran, has endured every single showcase that Summer Games Fest had to offer. That's right, I sat through all 14 showcases, even the extremely dull ones, to relate to all of you my findings. I will be examining 496 games that were announced. Not to mention, I played through 193 games that had demos available to try. On the way, I will be ranking all of these games on a single tier list. This tier list will be broken down into 3 categories: games that I will be avoiding, games that interest me but will hold back for a Steam sale, and last but not least, games that deserve an insta-buy on release. Keep in mind, there are exceptions. I'm excluding games that already came out pre-June. I'm excluding DLCs, updates, and expansions. Sorry, Liza P. And finally, I'm excluding early access titles that are set for public launch. So, with the rules set into motion, let's begin. Never's End. I like tactical RPGs and I really want to wait for a sale so I can try this out for myself. Ascend to Zero. Oh, fuck. I played the demo this one, and I must have played this demo more than any single other demo. And I remember clearing the whole demo because it stops you at, like, around level 2. I do like the sprite avatars that are in this game, and it encourages you to actually learn the layout through the game, through each run. I know it's a roguelike, and it's usually the most saturated genre in indies right now, and especially with AAA gaming. It doesn't feel like a slog to go through. It's very addicting, and it's quite fun. The music kind of slaps, and it doesn't bore me in any way. And the demo has an achievement system, so you can keep grinding on the demo and not pay for the whole game entirely. This roguelike is very interesting. I'm probably going to put it around here. Then we got Be Crowned. This is pretty much Silent Hill down to a fucking T. Ah! What the fuck? Jesus. The only downside is that certain puzzles can be a bit cryptic at times. I'm definitely getting this game, but in due time. And then we got Billy Bust Up. I cannot believe how excited I am to tell you that I'm definitely looking forward to this game. You are playing a 3D platformer, but it's a musical platformer.
I've had enough of you, so won't you be my puppet on a string?
Not to mention it has prominent voice actors you may remember from like the Brony community. And speaking of Brony community, the music is composed by Daniel Ingram. That's one of those reasons that I'm really excited to try Billy Bust Up for the first time. And Million Ways to Die, look at the hits on Spotify. It's not just me that's excited to play this game, because the music fucking slaps, dude. It's so good. Definitely getting this game. The Last Caretaker. This one certainly does have an objective to it, because I kind of thought it was just going to be like, oh, it's survival, you craft, and you survive. There are some games that don't really itch my curiosity when it comes to those type of games. You got to do something really interesting with them, in my opinion. I'm holding on to this one. Monsters Are Coming, Rock and Road. Okay, so this roguelike in particular has a tower defense mechanic. So you're literally just going for this roguelike bit while getting upgrades so you can build your tower to become bigger, better, faster, stronger. Even though I can't stand roguelikes for what they are, I'm still open to trying new ones because there's going to be some roguelike out there that has something interesting to say about itself while also having an addicting gameplay loop at the same freaking time. Dead Finger Dice, a billionaire killing game. Here we go, guys. Another roguelike. This is fun. Who knew a game would realize my fantasy of defeating Elon Musk? Neon Inferno. I do like this kind of 80s aesthetic where you get to play as a guy and a girl who are happily married, by the way, so you know, couple goals. I really like the gameplay. This one is so fast and it's fun. It's got explosions. It's very colorful in its approach. And when you parry enemy bullets, you can slow down time, like bullet time effectively, and you can bounce these bullets anywhere you want. It's a really cool game to play through, and it definitely is just that arcade experience you had back in the 80s. As long as you're not playing on the arcade mode, which will probably like hinder your enjoyment of it a little bit. This is if you want to watch out for. I kind of like this one. Flickshot Rogues. I pretty much got the gist of this gameplay after like 20 minutes or so. It's pretty much a roguelike, but instead of going for each level, you're literally flicking your allies, and how many times you ricochet off of them, you deal multiplier damage. This one wasn't really grabbing me per se. I mean, the gameplay is... it's fine. It's mostly based on strategy. This is a roguelike that does something different, but that something different doesn't really make it stand out in my opinion. Airframe Ultra. The demo sucks. There is no audio. Does this game have audio? Oh, it does, it does. I'm not sure how high the volume meter is, but I can barely hear a thing in this game. The entire demo is just a glorified tutorial just to get you to the controls. I'm pretty sure it'll get better if the game gets better, but I think for now... Absalom. Oh, okay, so it's a beat-em-up roguelite. Oh my god, more roguelites. I think with this one, you get to like do different types of combos and go for different stages. This gameplay doesn't look too bad. It's going to be very dynamic and do something that is different than the usual beat 'em up where you just beat up enemies. It is definitely interesting of a game to play through. All right, Elusive. As soon as I see traditional 2D animation in a video game like this one, kind of me fucking intrigued. I want more platformers. I need my fix, guy. Regions of Ruin Runegate. If it's just a game where you just build structures and shit, then I find that kind of boring. It's gotta do something to like differentiate it. So having it be like an RPG, yeah, I like leveling up because leveling up means numbers go high and then I go stronger. So if you have that in there, it gives you a bit of an incentive to actually try out this game. So this game is also on my bucket list. So this one's called Veda, The Awakening of Souls. This is literally a training simulator where you get to train yourself to play more Souls-likes. Because I guess what people complain about Souls-like is that it's brutally difficult. You have to keep retrying the same shit over and over again. And you get really frustrated with it. If your first game was starting off with Dark Souls and you're having a really bad time with it, play Veda instead. It's literally a glorified YouTube tutorial in the style of a video game, which I do find it really funny. The Beauty's Cult's Nectarmancer. I like seeing games that have sprite art, so you can tell I'm probably gonna like this game based on this alone. But when it comes to farming sims, I'm not really a big fan of them, really. If it's a Metroidvania, I'm probably down for that. Mech Animals. I mean, the gameplay when I tried the demo, it wasn't really too bad. I just couldn't really get into it, to be honest. I don't know, it just feels very standard for me. Maybe that's just me, or I haven't got a co-op person to play this with. I think this game feels absolutely fine. I was gonna put it there, but... Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland. Try saying that in a conversation and it won't get confusing. I would say this platform is absolutely fine. It is definitely cute and charming in its own right. I'm pretty sure it'll get better once I play through the whole game when I eventually get it. It left me with a smile on my face. Autonomica. I'm gonna put it in the slot pile. Dragonlance. Now I played Forager, and it's kind of like this one. But I really hope Dragonlance has some sort of end game instead of you just foraging for shit and becoming a powerful thing. It's got to have like some sort of achievement system for me to be interested in it, but I don't think it has one, I think. I really don't know about this one. Like, maybe yes, maybe no. Yeah. Nanamon Virtual Pet. Like raising your own Tamagotchi on your own PC. I have played a lot of idle games during my endeavors, and ranking them accordingly, this is probably not the best one. Then it's Relic Guardian Tower Defense. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game won't be too bad for me. Not much to say about this one. Ritual of Raven. It's a farming simulator, and I think this time you get to move constructs with your witch-like power, so they get to do the work for you. Yeah, the fact that you had like a car system just to move a particular arcana construct to do farming for you, it gets a bit much. Craftlings. So this is pretty much Lemmings, but you're crafting houses and buildings instead. The gameplay isn't too bad in my opinion. The tutorial made it really frustrating to actually get into the game, I suppose. I don't want to avoid this one because it's literally Lemmings and I like Lemmings. Yeah, you know what, I'll just put it there for now. Critteruptors, which I assume is literally just Pokemon, but they called them critters instead. Now, the reason I'm interested in this one in particular is because it reminds me of the Another Code series. Seeing those kind of bonds in video games, that really makes me wish, like, yo, I wish more games are like this, where it kind of, like, explores this bond between this little girl and this man. A bit like The Last of Us. I'm pretty sure the gameplay will be second to that, but yeah, this one definitely is on my book. Big Hops. I wouldn't say this platformer is groundbreaking or anything like The Hat in Time does, where it literally fulfills your need for, like, wonderful nostalgia 3D platformers, because the music kind of, like, lulls you into it. I think it does what it set out to do. It's a serviceable platformer in my opinion. Papu-Com. Rabbits, can you get the fuck out of everything now, please? It's a match-3 shooter, but instead of like a 2D environment, it's in a 3D environment instead. I like the gameplay, but this one's only online co-op, but I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know. And it's not because of the rabbits either. A Gentleman's Dispute. This game is kind of funny. Fucking play, no! It's a Blitzkrieg all over again! Despite the lag being very, very favorable in this game. If they could fix the lag, then that would be too bad of a game to play with friends, because it is kind of funny to play through. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be some memorable moments that'll happen from this game. Bakudo. This does look like the kind of game that is ripe for online PvP. Maybe that's just me. This is a boss rush game similar to Cuphead in a way, but you get to block these balls and deflect it back to your opponents. I guess the timing is different for each one of those. This game is oozing with charm already. I like this one. Light Odyssey. Oh, here we go. Another boss rush game. But this one takes a different approach, similar to Shadow of the Colossus. And it's definitely what they're going for here. It's just defeating Colossi, reflecting on the ramifications of your actions so far, and probably in the end, you die out of sheer grief. I'm putting my eye on this one. Beat Down City Survivors. Feels kind of fine to me. Troublemaker 2 Beyond the Dream. I think this one kind of stood out the most because it seems like way too over the top. Yakuza Indonesia Edition. That's pretty much what this is. I'm interested in this one. Army Moves Overdrive. This is definitely a remake of the original, I'd say. Yeah, let me look at the original Army Moves game on YouTube. Yeah, I'm blasting this in my car stereo. Hell yeah, boy! Alright, I'll have to do a bit of research on this one. I'll definitely say that I'm interested in it. Scrubbin' Trouble. Not for me, I'm afraid. There are better cleaning games out there. Pathologic 3. I might have to get to the other games in the series just so I can have more of a basis of what I think about this one. Silly Polly Beast. I do like the design of the main character. She's that kind of girl who is on the run and she's off to find her sister. And the fact that you can avoid certain types of enemies by using what you call a hoodie mechanic. I do like the gameplay in this one. It is kind of edgy in a way. And you definitely want to know more about this girl's backstory. Keep it up, guys. Motor Slice. It is kind of like a boss rush game, but I think in this one, just look at it. You're facing these giant fucking construction vehicles. You get to traverse and parkour around them. This looks fucking cool. As long as the gameplay is me just fighting construction vehicles and parkouring around different types of environments, that's definitely a good win in my book. Isla, or is it A-I? I see where they're going with this one. A first-person horror game, because horror is always good in first person than it is in third person. Because at least you don't have a shoulder to cry on. I want to scare myself shitless. So this game, put me on it. Revelation of Decay. But yeah, this doesn't look too bad. And there's also going to be a farming simulator, which I'm like, oh, wow. A farming simulator in a zombie survival game. Wow. It's probably going to be fine for me. But there are probably aspects of it that is not going to appeal to me, retrospectively. Toxic Crusaders. Honestly, I kind of like this one. It's pretty much the same kind of classic beat 'em that you expect in the 80s and 90s, but this one, it structures itself more like a Saturday morning cartoon. It's charming, I would say. There's actually a line in the game where one character says,
"Now what rhymes with get out of here?"
Game of the year.
That seems unlikely.
but I will find it very ironic if this does actually get Game of the Year. You're playing through a Saturday morning cartoon, and I love it. Now, Captain Wayne Vacation Desperation. This is a Duke Nukem fix I desperately fucking needed. You get to play as this awesome pirate captain called Captain Wayne, and you get to beat up bad guys with your prosthetic arm that launches out missiles, bullets, grenades, and bombs. Oh my god, this is crazy! This is a really fun and addicting fucking game to play through, and the art style itself reminds me of Pizza Tower and old-style Newsground animations. And of course, the guy literally tries to sound like John St. John.
I'm here to deliver the ass beating of a lifetime.
I had a really good time with it, and I'm definitely going to buy this one when it comes out. Moros Protocol. This is a roguelite. A space roguelite. This is a fun roguelike, I must say. It is definitely one that's on my book because it has a really fun gameplay loop where you get to run around as fast as you can as you cipher through levels and collect credits and you get upgrades and stuff. It's fun and fast and it can be like played over and over again. There's no like slog or any time that I got bored with the game, and the controls are very simple to understand and quite intuitive. This game is good. Athanasia. It's System Shock in space again, so I really wanted to get in this one. It's all about survival and being very crafty with the game. You can't just like gung-ho through it. But it is kind of terrifying to fight these things in space, as well as, I think you're dead, pal. It was a bit of a struggle to figure out where to go most of the time, because I did try and go through certain areas, and I was wasting my supplies, just being a dumbass in the game as usual. Oh, fuck. Shit. Fuck. But I'm pretty sure once I get back into the game and understanding what really makes this game tick, I'm pretty much going to enjoy this game from beginning to end. Holy shoot. Oh, lovely. We got more roguelikes here. Depending on how the gunplay works and how the controls work, yeah, sure. I'll put this on my list. Shrines Legacy. This is as classic of an RPG than you can actually get with this game. 16-bit sprite art, wonderfully and charming music. It's got like action RPG elements akin to like Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana. Basic act story where you get to save the world by finding all of these crystals. You have a childhood friend in this one who is way more hotter than you are. You'll definitely like this one. And I'm gonna like this one too. Nocturne. This is the best fucking game I have ever fucking played. This is a rhythm RPG game where you get to like fight with the power of music and timing your rhythm-based button presses. Every single thing that this game throws at me blows me out of the fucking water. If you get a good racket in an enemy fight, the music changes up its variations, so that way it's a different variation, but it's of the same battle music every single time. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? Hold on. You can't do that to me. What the fuck, dude? This game gave me a reason to actually engage with every single enemy, because I wanted to hear what battle theme music they have and how I get to defeat them through my own means. With different lanes that they show, they might move it to the left, they might move it to the right, they might warp it or transform it or hide it completely off screen. It's such a good game and does everything it can with a single concept with this one, and not to mention, the music is absolutely perfect. I got into reading the dialogue already because it feels like you're playing through like a really intense anime, which is like 26 episodes long, or maybe more than 26 episodes long. Do you understand who I am? I can delete you from existence! Everything about this game oozes with so much charm. It is a lot of fun to play this game, and I want people to know that this game exists. I love it so much. Honestly, standing fucking ovation. Esoteric Ebb. It is kind of interesting. I probably might need to get into Disco Elysium first just so I can grasp what is going on with this game. It's an RPG. Why the hell not? Off. As far as I know, this is the progenitor that gave inspiration to Undertale as the cult classic we know of today. I didn't mind the whole meta self-awareness dialogue that the game has going for itself, and the battles, they're okay for the most part, I suppose. It is very weird. It's not a bad RPG, but it's not one that's like an insta-buy or anything like that. It is kind of weird to play through it. This is one for my books. Lord Amber Maze. It's like a turn-based mystery dungeon RPG kind of game. Yeah, so it's definitely very Zelda-esque in terms of its gameplay. This is actually really cool. Wild Tactics. Furries, wake the fuck up! Wild Tactics is on the scene! I do like the animation in this one. I probably will have to get used to the turn-based strategy element of it. You go here now. Death Howl. It looks so freaking cool right now. I guess it's because I'm speaking for the art style alone, but yeah. I have played deck builders before, and I would say it's kind of addicting. I'm putting you here. Don't howl for too long now. And then we got Dark Cards of Candlewood. It's like a JRPG where you get to collect decks of cards and you get to use them in battle. Kind of like Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Yep, you're going here. You're welcome. Luminous Arise. I actually have a Luminous game in my backlog right now. And seeing this game being announced, my expectations went, okay, this looks interesting. I never knew they were going to bring the Luminous series back to life. And not just on the PlayStation, but on Steam as well. More Luminous games means this IP has seen the light of day once again. Pragmata. A new Capcom IP just landed, and you get to play as this dude in space, and you befriend this sort of weird android companion named Diana, who kind of reminds me of Yui from Sword Art Online. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. This was a game that was announced like, what, 2 years ago or something, and we have yet to hear any information about it. But now that it has a release date set for it, I'm totally gonna wait for this game to come out. Then we got Romeo is a Dead Man, which is another line of games made by the Grasshopper team. As long as it's not Let It Die egregious levels of microtransactions, I'm all for it. Silent Hill F, which is a Silent Hill game based in Japan this time. Hit the lever. It gave me chills, this one. The way that the enemies move so erratically. Just a different type of tone that this sets for a Silent Hill game that's unlike any other Silent Hill game. The creature designs in this one look fucking horrifying. And that's a good positive in my benefit. Just gotta hold off a little bit for it until it has like a really cheap price on Amazon or something. Because I really want to try this game out. Because Silent Hill's been through such a downtrodden period for the longest time. Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement. So essentially, this is a sequel to the original Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, which I actually do have a copy of in my backlog. Gotta watch out for you, my dude. Digimon Story Time Stranger. Never played any of the Digimon games. I grew up with the anime. And that was pretty much it. I don't really have the attachment to Digimon as I did to Pokemon. I'm pretty sure the games are interesting to somebody, but not me, I'm afraid. Oh, I love this next one. Final Fantasy Tactics. It's got a remaster. Fucking finally. All of you Final Fantasy Tactics fans can rest fucking easy now. I really want to try this remaster again, so that way I can give Square Enix my fucking money to tell them, please make more Final Fantasy Tactics game. Not every day do you get an announcement like this to come around once in the ether. Baby steps. If you remember Getting Over It and QWOP, then you'll know baby steps. The story is, it is very weird because you're isekai into this strange world and all you got to go by is using your legs, which does make for some really funny and eccentric moments. I just want to get out of bed. I feel like the cutscenes in this game was recorded in like a single room with just 2 people acting out a drama session. Like they're in class in high school and it's like, okay, here's the scenario. You're a guy with limbs, you're wearing this onesie, you're talking to an Australian guy. Scene, go. And they're just making up shit as they go along. The demo was fun for like half an hour until the novelty kind of wore off a little bit, but the more I explore with this demo, you get to unlock more about your main character's background. And the music? I don't know what to make of that, but it's something different, and I like it. Hirogami. It's kind of like Kirby in a way, but it's more like paper crafts and stuff, and I like the way it looks, and I love the way it plays. This game is definitely going to stand out for me as not just a 3D platformer, but just by how creative it looks. I hate how the demo restricts you to just one level, because I really wanted to explore the rest of this wonderfully paper-crafted world of Hirogami. So by that alone, you're going here, my friend. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. They're lumping the American title and the European title together. And what do you get? Pac-Man. There's something about Everybody's Golf that just makes you feel like a kid. It's just a simple thing of just golfing and putting. I thought it was like a dead series for a while now, but at least they're bringing it back. But I don't know if they got like, oh yeah, they got online mode back as well. This one's definitely good. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. This is the first Ninja Gaiden game I've ever played. What the fuck just hit me? And I really like it. It's ticking a lot of these boxes. Very fun and enjoyable gameplay, kick-ass music. This is a game that'll introduce me to the Ninja Gaiden franchise. Kern. This is the kind of climbing simulator I was actually invested in. It's very slow, which I do feel it's the point of Kern because it felt like I was exhausted after climbing such a huge cliff face. Whew. And that's only the tutorial level. Every button you press matters in this game. Because of its gameplay, I want to get this one. I want to feel sweaty as balls while playing this game. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Not really much into fighting games unless it is Tekken. I'm going to get a lot of flame after all that. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. I'm pretty sure this will stick out for a lot of people, but when I saw like the trailers of this one, it's fine, I guess. I'm just not in a rush to actually buy it on launch day to see what changes they made with this one. With the original Snake Eater, I wasn't really invested to it that much, I would say. But this definitely does look interesting to play. Neo 3. I loved the original Neo, but Neo 3. Yeah, you know what? I don't need to say anything. You're going here, buddy. And hopefully, the music slaps more in this one than it does in the original Neo because it's done by the composer who did JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So this is really fucking disappointing. Thief VR. Of all the fucking things you do with Thief, you have to make it a virtual reality game. Tide of Tomorrow. Something about the gameplay just wasn't grabbing me for this one. I'm terribly sorry. I'll just stick to Road 96, thank you. Sea of Remnants. My god, the gameplay does look interesting though, because it's turn-based RPG, and you get to explore these vast worlds and everything. Definitely could fit to this one. Sword of the Sea. This probably looks like the same thing as those two games. We get to like surf through different types of environments. All that's missing is a narrator voiced by Morgan Freeman. FBC Firebreak. Looking at it, and I've seen the gameplay of it, I know it's Remedy Entertainment and all that, but the gameplay is just not for me, I'm afraid. 007 First Light. I think this game got a lot of positive reception when it was announced, because this is literally just a prequel before James Bond became the James Bond he was in Dr. No. At the time, I was like, it kind of looks alright. I guess I'm not the kind of person who's going to be into this kind of gameplay, but I think the more I saw of it, it does look like fun. I just really hope it isn't buggy or technically inept at its release. I originally was going to put it in this pile, but now that I've seen more of it, I'm like, yeah, I might actually wait for the sale and see what it's all about. Don't disappoint me, guys. Marvel Token Fighting Souls. I'm glad for you guys. You got some good Marvel games to back along with whatever you're playing right now when it comes to fighting game repertoire. But I think for me, it's definitely a no-go. I'm just very stubborn that way, you know? Mortal Shell 2. The gameplay looks cool as fuck. And if you look at the enemy design of this one, they must have been inspired by heavy metal art or listen to a lot of heavy metal albums like freaking Ozzy Osbourne, Pantera, Metallica. But I'm gonna wait until it's on sale, and I need to try out Mortal Shell 1 because I know that has a physical release, and I really want to try this game out because it looks so fucking cool. And here's a game that's already out right now for £70. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I don't know if this is a controversial opinion or not, but I kind of like Death Stranding. I know it's not really up to everybody's tastes. I didn't really mind it. It's a very slow game that allows you to reflect the world around you and play the game and complete it at your own freaking pace. It was a fun time. I really want to get this game, but I'm definitely going to hold back for it for now and wait until like another edition of this game comes out, which is more of a definitive edition. Chronicles Medieval. I'm going to put this in an interesting pile because I have yet to hear more information about it. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. This one kind of blew me out of the water because of how they announced it. They announced fucking Hatsune Miku and Hatsune Miku! Joker from Persona 5, Ichiban, and fucking Minecraft Steve. All of these fucking announcements for this game is just blowing me out of the water, dude. It totally makes me want to insta buy this game based on those characters and announcements alone. But looking at the price of this, 80 quid for the deluxe edition, I'm holding off for this one. Code Vein 2. I do have the original Code Vein on Steam, and I don't know what it's like, so I don't really have much to say about this one, but it is interesting. End of Abyss. End of Abyss does look frightening. Color me intrigued, guys. Next one. Mouse PI for Hire. Rubber hose animation. Check. Good first-person gameplay. Check. And 1930s Dixieland music. Check. I'm tossed in between putting it either here or here. Oh, this is going to be very tough. I want to support these kind of games. Oh my god, they look so cool. You know what? Fuck it. Just take it. You get the W from me. Game of Thrones, War for Westeros. Never seen Game of Thrones, never played Game of Thrones, so nah. Atomic Heart 2. I gotta try the first Atomic Heart now because of how they're presenting this game. I'm definitely putting my mind on this one for sure. And then we got this companion piece called The Cube. This is an online MMO where you get to fight people in this revolving cube that just materialized out of nowhere. It'll definitely change up the gameplay in a sense. This is kind of like an interesting online mode that'll hopefully won't be bulky at launch. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep my eye on this one in case any more word comes out about it or if it does really well. Okay, another Marvel game now. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This is like a very fun beat 'em up to play through. Even though I'm not really a big fan of Marvel, let's go for it. Onimusha Way of the Sword. The fact that we're getting a new Onimusha game in 2026 baffles me. Now I'm going to try the original Onimusha games now. Capcom is bringing love back to their old established franchises. It's so cool for Capcom to do. I am definitely keeping an eye out for this one. Onimusha is back, baby! I actually like this next game now. Felt that boxing, which is like if you're playing Super Punch-Out, but it's with fucking Muppets. This is gonna be like the most funniest game I have ever freaking played. I laughed my ass off seeing the trailer, man. Although I am tossed with how much it's gonna be priced at, though. I have a feeling it's gonna be priced at like £60 or £70 or something. I'm putting it there. And then we got Killer Inn. Oh, and it's Square Enix too. Regarding the history of failed live service games, I have a feeling this one is just going to be of the same thing, like AI-generated assets, terrible ass gameplay, not enough live support. Square Enix, just please stop making live service games. You're not good at it. And then we got Arc Raider, another online shooter. Hey, I can't believe I have to face all this shit again. I hate it when they do it to games like these because it's just banking on the success of it, and if it's not successful, we're done. We're not giving you support anymore. Sorry. Toodles. Dune Awakening. This will definitely please a lot of Dune fans. I'm not a Dune fan. I never read the books or seen the movies. Good for you guys for actually giving it a shot, but it's not my thing. Chrono Odyssey. This one does actually look kind of interesting, though. There's something about this one that makes it stand out. Maybe it's this dark atmospheres and you're exploring this strange world. I might actually get into this one, but I'm gonna be in the defense field for now. Just gotta wait to see what it does. Oh, this is a good one. Mio, Memories in Orbit. This looks very charming. This is akin to Ori and the Blind Forest, and I love it for that. It's definitely one game that I'm gonna look forward to when it eventually comes out. I played for the demo, and I got lost in its world already. It looks so freaking good. Out of words. It's a stop motion animation that freaking sells it for me. Seeing a game utilize stop motion to this degree, this looks cool. I might actually get a friend together and then I'll say, hey, let's just go ahead and play this game. This looks kind of cool. Yeah. Mafia the Old Country. I've never really played any Mafia games. After seeing the Steam page and the fact that it's got DRM, I really don't know. I'm kind of conflicted with this one, honestly. I'll put you there. Sorry, guys, but it had to be done. Lego Voyagers, which is another online co-op game, apparently. The gameplay is not much to scream about, really. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're going on Terror Alert Red. Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. I have a feeling once a game comes out, people will forget about it. And it feels and looks like it plays like a bargain bin title. I don't really know what to say about this, honestly. I didn't mind the announcement, but the game itself, it looks run-of-the-mill. Boop. Fractured Blooms. This one's more of a farming sim where you get to manage around your own home and also trying to face against this time loop and killing people that are trying to kill you or something. And I do like the main character design. She's full of edgy turmoil, as you can tell. One of her eyes is tearing bloody tears. I think it's because of its psychological horror aspect. It looks kind of interesting. I'm probably gonna try this game when it comes out. Next, Blade and Soul Neo. Oh my god. Mostly negative reviews. Okay, I don't think I need to make an opinion on this one. Into the trash bin. And then we got Blade and Soul Heroes. And then we got the 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Jurassic World Evolution 3. Oh, hold on. When I read this last time, there was a disclaimer in this one that said it had AI-generated content in it. I was never going to play the original Jurassic World Evolution games anyway. Okay, Meet the Follower. I loved Shovel Knight. I owned it on the PS Vita. I got it on the 3DS. I got it on my PC. I got it on the Xbox One. It's one of the greatest indie games I have ever fucking played. And Meet the Follower, it's no different in my opinion. It has fucking great music. Great sprites, great gameplay, great story. It's got great everything. I got into this game the sooner it started. It had such a cool-ass opening, cool-ass character. You play as this female mouse named Mina while fighting off against bosses that does remind you of Shovel Knight. Like, literally one of the first bosses is the Kraken, like a Nether Kraken, which is the hardest one. And then you fight the equivalent of Black Knight. Yo, stop flexing. You're making me wet. I am definitely buying this game when it comes out, and I wish for it to succeed. It's so good. And then we got the most baffling announcement I ever fucking seen. Deadpool Virtual Reality. We all want the Deadpool back, right? But not like this. They had to silk post in the fucking showcase just to showcase a Deadpool Virtual Reality game.
You're gonna do me a solid and skip that Silk Song trailer so you can...
It's gonna be a running theme for this year and the following years until Silk Song comes out. It's like the new Half-Life 3 or some shit. Dying Light, The Beast. Again, I don't have much to say about this one because I have not played the original Dying Light games, so this one might not be too bad. Mixtape. This looks aesthetically pleasing. You got The Cure. Stan Bush was totally fucking 80s. Stan Bush is like one of the epitome of 80s music. It's such motivational music that you have to fucking gym to. This is definitely an interesting game for like a nice pick-me-up because I want to see how the story unfolds between these people. Toa and the Guardians of the Sacred Tree. Wow, that feels like another long name for a game like this. But yeah, this doesn't look too bad, I suppose. And it's not that expensive of a roguelike. At least it's around 25 quid, which is very generous, because usually these type of games will go for even more freaking money. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a fun time with this game, despite it being a roguelike, and I'm usually not a big fan of roguelikes if it doesn't do anything interesting. But this one is like, yeah, this is not too bad. I'll pick up this one. Yo, here we go. Axe of Blood. This game is so fucking edgy that I absolutely love it. You get to play as this badass dude who is like, I had to avenge my family and kill my people by punching them in the face. And you get to unlock like special berserk mode power up that unleashes its ultimate Super Saiyan form that allows you to do more damage to these guys. I love the environmental destruction stuff in this game. You get to use different types of weapons like a baseball bat, a sword. The music is so edgy. It's trying to be like Shadow the Hedgehog so bad. It's a fun kind of beat 'em up that got so much emotions out of me just playing this game. Like raw, pure blood and emotion. Yeah! Everything about this bleeds the right amount of edgy. This game is gonna be fucking awesome. I'm gonna love this game when it comes out. Scott Pilgrim EX. I think my reaction to this announcement says it all. Holy shit, are you? No fucking way, dude! Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Finally, after all these fucking years? What took you fucking long? I'm buying this game. We need more Scott Pilgrim. And then we got Mind's Eye. Yeah. I will say I was interested in getting this game because it had like a Hitman kind of guy in it and the gameplay does look kind of interesting. Yeah, I'll avoid this one. It's good to listen to the general consensus once in a while, you know? Lego Party. I never expected Lego, of all brands, to try and pull off a Mario Party clone. But not gonna lie, Wildgate. Delighted. I thought it wasn't gonna like stand out for me, but seeing that it's done by Drinkbox Studios, I'm like, yeah, sure, alright, let's go. And then we got Ill.
Kick the baby!
It looks kind of fun. Mecha Break. Oh, it's online only mode? Infinitesimals. I was gonna write this off, but after looking at it, yeah, this does look kind of interesting actually. I just hope it's not the usual third-person fare, but it's just dull and mindless, and you don't really have much going for it. And then we got Last Flag. I think it's because of the animations that remind me a little bit too much of Fortnite. So seeing it like this, where it's pretty much just like capture the flag, and it's only capture the flag, not enough to stand out, I'm afraid. Wu-Tang Fallen Feathers. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually gonna get into this game. This looks kind of fun. Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver. I never expected the Wu-Tang Clan to get another video game in this one. I might have a feeling that this game will come out and it will actually suck. Or it might come out and it'll actually be freaking interesting. Into the Unwell. Pretty much rubber hose animation, but it's in 3D this time. This does look kind of interesting, despite the fact that it's a roguelike. Yeah, you know what? I'm putting you down here. Give me some of that beef. Stranger Than Heaven. Boop. Resident Evil Requiem. Yeah, we got a new Rocky Resident Evil game. Let's go. I love Resident Evil Biohazard. I love Resident Evil Village. I must have played that 17 times already. The downside is that I know they're gonna release DLC that's gonna be like middling as fuck, but I really want to buy this game when it comes out. It looks so freaking good. And I like the main character in it as well. You get to play as this like ditzy girl who gets to investigate the mysteries of Raccoon City after the explosion and like, what, Resident Evil 2 or 3? I can't remember. Oh, I want to insta-buy this game when it comes out, but I'm just gonna hold off on that and wait until the price lowers. Snap and grab. Puzzle games like these are definitely my kind of fix, where you get to like solve crimes and mysteries by using your camera as evidence, seeing who the real culprit behind these crimes are. Yeah, this might not be a bad game. I could picture myself getting into that one. Big Walk. This is an online co-op game I would definitely like, because this is the kind of game that encourages a lot of teamwork, I would say. There are certain puzzles where you have to communicate using your arms, and you have to use sign language, you have to use your voice because you can't see where they're going. There's another game called Peak right now, which is just a bunch of friends climbing up the mountain using proximity chat. And I think with Big Walk, it's definitely gonna be a lot of fun with friends. It just seems so silly, like exploring this vast world, and you could just wander off as much as you like, but the thing is, you wander off, and you can't fucking hear them through proximity chat, unless you're cheating with Discord. The point of the game is that you have to rely on each other's words, and you have to hear each other through this big and vast open environment. It just gets you lost into that world. This is gonna be fun. Escape Academy 2, Back to School. 2 times they used the number 2. Well, 4 times. Escape rooms with puzzles inside of them? Yeah. Dosa Divas. If it's really dynamic enough to stand out on its own, then I probably will eventually get it, but I'll keep an eye on it for now, because it does look kind of cool. Possessor, plural. Yeah, side-scroller? Yeah, let's go. I might actually get into this one, funny enough. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault. If it reminds me of Bastion, go here, you silly Billy. Please watch the artwork. It's like Night in the Museum. All of these paintings come to life at night, and you have to report all the changes that happen in between these days, and see what happens. This one kind of got stuck in my head for a little bit, because there is this one shot in the game where you get to watch a naked painting come to life.
Are you sure about that?
Some free porn for you guys. Neverway. This also does look kind of interesting. You know, it's just very mysterious, it's very psychological, and it separates itself from Ritual of Haven in the fact that it's dark and mysterious and ooh, you don't know what's going to happen next, and there's a lot of tentacles and shit, you know? Relooted. So it's literally just like a heist game where you get to like restore these artifacts back to their original owners or their original places where they originated from, because corporations are evil. This does look kind of cool. It's very fast-paced. Yeah, I wouldn't mind this one, honestly. Oh, this is going to be a very conflicting one for you guys and for me too. Ratatan. I know what Ratatan is. It's supposed to be a spiritual successor to Patapon. It's a rhythm roguelike action game. I wanted to be charmed by its wonderful music and its gameplay and its art style and everything, but yeah, I was going to move it to avoid it because of how I played through it. It is interesting enough to actually go for like a second turn, but I was not having the best time of my life with this game, but that's probably due to my own ineptitude in a way. I have no contents left, what the fuck? Definitely looking out for this one in particular. Thick as Thieves, which is a PvPvE multiplayer stealth game. At least I could do single player mode in this one, and it has an online counterpart, which definitely makes it sort of an interesting game to look forward to, I suppose. Pocket Boss. I find this absolutely fascinating. Manipulating these charts, graphs, and everything. It looks kind of fun. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like a very short game that's probably not gonna last like 2 or 3 hours or so. It's different. Consume me. This is definitely a great game to serve as a PSA for people who want to lose weight. I'm trying to lose weight right now, so playing this video game, I had a good time with this one. The moral of the game is that your main character is fat, stupid, and ugly as hell, and your mom goads you into being fat, stupid, and ugly as hell. You have to organize your schedule by planning what you want to do throughout the courses of your day. And then you self-reflect by your own mirror, which you have your own conscience, by the way, that tells you you gotta lose weight. I got the gist of it out of the demo, but I'm pretty sure I want to see where the story goes from here, that she might eventually get a boyfriend or something. You know what the world needs? More tire-based video games. I have a feeling this game's gonna leave an impact on me. This looks kind of funny. Toem 2. I mean, I kind of like snap and grab, because that's sort of the thing that you get to use your camera on. This is just more of a curious photographing simulator. Maybe I might get this one, or maybe I might avoid this one. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Let's put you there for now. Now, I find this really disappointing in my opinion. Unbeatable. This has everything going for it. After playing like Nocturne, I was expecting this one to also blow me out of the water with how it's a rhythm adventure game. You beat up guys with the power of music. You get to dodge up and down. You get to fight up and down, hold down your button presses. You get to spam button presses. It feels like a fucking slog playing through this because I wasn't really attuned to the story and the dialogue that was written. There were some moments where I did actually have a little bit of fun, but at the end of the day, I just couldn't get out of this one. I'm really sorry. Ball X Pit. It's a roguelike. Yay. And you get to fuse your balls and spin it around like pinballs. Also, yay. This is a kind of roguelike that is different than other roguelikes because at least it has something different with it where you get to like have different types of balls and it keeps ricocheting off of walls and does more damage to enemies. I'm having my eyes on this one because you can get a lot of mileage out of the demo already, but I want to see what the full game is like. It's going to be really addicting. Leaf Blower Cooperated. I kind of got into this one. It's pretty much like Power Wash Simulator, but instead of you power washing shit, you're leaf blowing leaves away into bins and you get to fulfill government satisfaction. And not to mention, this game has like chill lo-fi music. I mean, my god, you're like watching lo-fi hip-hop girl on YouTube with Power Wash Simulator by your side. This is literally what Leaf Blower Corporation is. It's just a relaxing yet stimulating video game that I didn't get bored with. Instance. Well, you got a scrapbook and you got family photos that are unorganized and your goal is to reorganize them. And that's it. Next, Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. Story of Seasons isn't really the type of games that I'm really into, despite the fact that you can actually like date girls, you can date guys. When I see this game, I'm thinking, do I picture myself spending time with this game in particular, just grinding away on another Story of Seasons game just so I can complete it 100%. There are fans out there, but I'm not one of those fans. Gordlets Together. There are better games I play that do relax me to an extent while also being engaging at the same time. But I think with Gauntlet, it just feels like any other wholesome game out there. Bright colors, cute aesthetic, cute music. That's literally it. Then we got, Is This Seat Taken? Yes, go the fuck to the back. It's a logic puzzle game where you have to assign these little beans to their proper seats while trying to make them avoid other people because they're full of social anxiety. The fact that this is a puzzle game and you have to deduce which shapes go into what tables and chairs, that kept me engaged. Make room. Gladly. And Roy's Niflet and the Gleamed Bell. I need more stop motion video games, so this one definitely appeals for me. Let's build a dungeon. Let's not. Squeakross. I was so addicted to this game. I like mental games that challenge me to the boiling point, and I want this game to literally fill this addiction of mine. You get a lot more mileage out of the demo, but they have at least 650 puzzles to solve. That is a lot of puzzles for a £13 game. There is a decorating part to this as well, but I feel like the decorating part is only secondary compared to the primary experience of this game, that is just to play Picross puzzles. Solving the solutions as fast as I could, and feeling absolutely proud of that. Monument Valley 3. I don't think I need to worry about playing Monument Valley 1 and 2 just to get the story. I think they're just like games in their own right with different atmospheric puzzles that you have to solve. It's very effective in how it tells itself through visuals, and the colors that it uses are so vibrant and bright. But I'm not gonna buy it straight away, because I have a feeling it's gonna get cheap a lot of that. Vending Doken Cozy Kiosk. It's just a game where you're just managing your vending machine, you get more money so you can buy more vending machines. It's just the same usual boring grind, and I'm just not into it. I feel like a game like this needs more stakes to it, have a guy die because you suffered from drinking poisoning or something. Winter Burrow. It seems, quite simple, really. Maybe the story might be interesting in this one, but apart from that, not really much to offer, honestly. Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game. I mean, after Lord of the Rings Gollum, why am I not fucking surprised? Haunted Paws. The Guardian of Nature. Yeah, it's kind of like a point-and-click adventure game. And I kind of like point-and-click adventure games in a way. It depends how the puzzles are shaping in this one, because sometimes if the puzzles are too cryptic and really hard to solve, then that might not be for me. I kind of need more of that fix, because Broken Sword was the first ones I ever got into. This one might seem like the same kind of shit. Everdeep Aurora. It's got that really weird mix of Metroidvania and adventure. Definitely 8-bit. You know what, I'm putting you there. You look kind of interesting, dude. Seasonala Cemetery. I'm just going to put it here because it is free to play right now. So go ahead, download it. Campervan Make It Home. I did play it, and I just couldn't anymore. I'm gonna let you cook. It's a cooking roguelike. Can you not infest every single game with the roguelike genre at this point? My god, dude. Nice. I mean, there are stakes to this one. No pun intended. Milano's Odd Job Collection. Now, this is something I didn't actually know. This PlayStation 1 game was only available in Japan, and now they're releasing an English localization for the modern generation. I kind of want to experience lost PlayStation classics, and I think this one, even though it wasn't released outside Japan, I might actually want to try this out. Now, do that to Tokimeki Memorial next. Fireside Feelings. I think I might actually like stuff like that. It's also $6.69. Nice. Conversations are interesting. Something wholesome about just sitting down and just letting the world go past you and just meeting up with strangers that you might actually form connections with them. This might actually get me emotional. All Will Rise. I mean, deck builders aren't too bad, but this is going to be in a courtroom, which means it's probably going to be a little bit more complicated. I have a feeling this game might actually frustrate me when I play this. Gecko Gods. Now, this would be a Gex game if Gex was mute throughout the entire thing. Whoa! What the fuck? This is a platform that I would actually get into. One move away. Oh, this game can be frustrating at times. It is definitely a very relatable game because you're literally just packing shit into your vehicle or into your flat, your apartment. You're just moving over places in different chapters of your life. Sometimes this game is frustrating when it comes to certain types of physics and different placing different objects in it, but I can see that this game is fun. When it comes to decorating your camper van and your room and shit, it's just that's all you ever fucking do. It's no objective, it's just to kill time. Just give me an objective in a game like this one, and it gives you an incentive to keep playing the fucking game. I have to pack up my stuff in less than 10 minutes? And that way it makes it more interesting. Heidi's Legacy, Mountains Calling. Yeah, no. Hotel Galactic. Whoa, you look different compared to this fucking dude. Who the hell are you? I did try to give my time to it. I do like the Studio Ghibli artwork, but at the end of the day, yeah, no. Out and About. I like the character customization in this game. Discounty. As a person who works as a retail employee, this is definitely the type of game I would actually get into. It's a nice game where you get to play as a... and there you go, you get to relive that all over again. To escape from reality, just to delve back into reality. Islanders New Shores, where you have to accumulate points by stacking these new assets in a certain type of way. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The demo satisfied my needs enough. Collector's Cove. So let's change it to... There we go. Your name shall be Twatoff. How do you feel about that, Lapras? This is just nothing to me. Town to City. I did kind of get into this one for a while. Fishbowl. This game got me a bit emotional. There's something about this game that it wants me to come back into it. I just want to see this girl struggle through it and just come out the best kind of girl she can ever be. I want this girl to succeed. Kuloniku, Bowl Up. This game is kind of wacky in a way. You're going to meet all these colorful kinds of characters like Discount Gary Oak over there. And also, her name is actually Mami. There are moments in the game that made me laugh out loud. Remember me? Just fucking dialogue. Fuck it, I'm picking this option. Jesus, this fucking game. And I got really invested with what girls I'm interacting with, even though I was playing as Xiangling most of the time. I mean, look at her. Can you blame me? Cassie is like the best girl in the entire game because she's so like upbeat, optimistic, and positive. I love her. It's not just the cook and sim aspect you're going for. I mean, the cooking aspect is actually pretty fun. Either Cassie or Mami, two best girls. I'm putting this down here. I know eventually I'm probably going to get into this game and then by the end we're probably going to hook up or something despite the fact I'm a girl. I would say fuck it. Lesbians for life. A Tiny Wonder. Yeah, it looks kind of simple, but it might actually be my thing. Who knows? Outside the Blocks. It's not even a video game at this point. It's just a creation tool. Clawsome.
It's the claw. Oh, you're scared of a claw.
The Berlin Apartment. Think of the house. I mean, should I play it for the story? Because the gameplay isn't much to write home about. Yeah, I'll wait on it. Llama Landia. Danchy Days. This is also really cute. Not to mention, you get to kill a wasp in this game. You got quite the arm. Yeah, you're damn right. I'm a big girl. I eat my vitamins every morning. Fuck wasps. Danchy Days for life. Sheep herds. Oh, this fucking game, dude. I guess it's fun as a single player person, but I guess it's more fun when you do it in co-op. The way that these sheep sort of flock in herds in different directions and how you're pointing, it made the game sort of frustrating for me, but I really want to get into this game. But if it frustrates me to no end, then I'm not picking this game up. The Great Coffee Caper. I suppose it has its own charm to it, I imagine. I'll cut it some slack. Cappy Castaway. Maybe I might give this a look. Maybe. Anxiety Puppy. Maybe I might give this my fate. I have a feeling if I get the demo and play through that, I'm just going to get my fair share of the game. Town Box.
Nope.
Sheba Sweet.
Nope. Nope.
Muri Wild Woods. Okay, so it is a paint platformer, like with Chicory and Epic Mickey, as long as you don't upset the police. Puny the Florist. I kind of like the look of this girl. Maybe it has a dating sim element. I'm just going to check right now. Okay, so there's no dating sim element. All right. Maisie Village. A town restoring adventure where a tornado scatters hope. Oh my god. And then that's like, oh, well, guess I gotta go rebuild it again. Welcome to the daily grind. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Mecha. Just Mecha. It's a 3D puzzle platformer where you get to play as a girl in a wheelchair. Any game that has puzzle and platformer in its genre title, it's getting my upvote. Letters to Arala. If you are a big fan of chunky asses, then this is the game for you. Wow, top 10 asses in video games, am I right? Most of my time in this game was spent looking at their chunky asses and rating them on a scale of 1 to chunk ass. Even the save icon is a chunky ass right in front of you. You know what, I was gonna put it in the red pile. I want to see more chunky asses this game has. What? A week in the life of a social giraffe. This game is kind of funny. Your goal of this game is to avoid people. So by avoiding people, you succeed in doing your everyday life. I kind of like this one. This is pretty cute. Any asocial people out there? Please leave a comment below. I want to talk to you guys. Wait, actually, scratch that. Gemporium, a cute mining sim. I do like the gameplay loop in this one. I like mining for different gems, and the best part is you get to clean your own gems in a rapid amount of time, and then you get to sell them away, as long as you don't crack them like this one, because if you sell them cracked, that means you have to sell it at a reduced cost, and you have to figure out what gems you have to sell to different types of animals. It left me wanting more out of the freaking game, so yeah, this is definitely one on my book. Crescent County. The demo sucks. Is the music okay? What the fuck just happened? You want people to enjoy your demo in your game, right? Make your demos more interesting then. Instead of leaving it out there being like, well, maybe someone will like it. I didn't like it. Poster. I see what you did there, guys. Yeah, I gotta give the appreciation to the art designers that came up with the claymation stuff for this game. But as far as the gameplay goes, nah, I'm good. On Together, which is supposed to be a game disguised as a social chat room, like VR chat, but without the virtual reality headset. Will follow the light. Yeah, when it comes to narrative games, I think this might be the one for me. Maybe it's that this game is giving me more questions to answer. Tavern Talk Stories. This is just coffee talk, but in fantasy medieval times. So I might actually like this one as well, as long as it's not too overbearing. Maybe the characters are written well, maybe they're not. Perfect Tide Station to Station. It feels like you're playing some sort of lost LucasArts game. Yeah, I do relate to the main character, like struggling through college life, sharing her flat with roommates, and struggling to keep her boyfriend relationship intact. There are struggles in this game, and I relate to those struggles. Like, damn, this game got me going, dude. Ministry of Order. It just looks like a trashy mobile game. I don't know about this one. Long Story 2. The demo is not really good, because the demo has no sound and no music. So you know what I did? The story, it is quite long. Yeah, I got my fill out of it in the demo, and Nora's kind of hot, Abby's kind of hot. I mean, it does have its dating aspect in it that kept me playing, but apart from that, I don't know. The demo didn't really leave much of an impression on me. It's just, this probably wouldn't get me into the long story series, I suppose. Maybe that's me. Death and Theology. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the visual novel aspect of this one. It kind of dragged on a bit too long. The characters to me aren't really that interesting. There are definitely visual novels out there that I played that took a long time to get into it. I mean, it is a visual novel, but it's not really grabbing my attention. Unseen Diplomacy 2. If it's just VR only, then Summer Camp. It's trying to be Mario Party, and the gameplay doesn't look that fun. Nano Neighbors. Having cute android anime girls in this one, tempting, but still not gonna buy it. Volunteer the Ascension. It's a Metroidvania RPG where you get to explore your environments. I'm pretty sure the moves that you have in this one will definitely keep me playing. Drywall Eating Simulator. Well, this is a fucking weird game off of the outset. It's... This looks kind of funny. Kokoro Kitchen. You have to manage everything. Like, you have to manage, like, your table setting up, your farm. You have to worry about cutting it, planting it, fertilizing it. Like, you had to do different mini games just so you can unlock different ingredients. Just so you can cater to, like, 2 or 3 people. There were certain bugs in this game that prevented me from trying to enjoy it. This is the most stressful time management game I have ever played. With that being said, Grave Seasons. Okay, so it's a horror farming sim. The horror aspect is enough to satiate my hunger for this kind of game. Maybe. Woodo. Hey, what's up, Woodo? What are you doing? I get the same enjoyment out of coloring game, actually. Not because of the fact that it's free, but this is sort of a same thing, but it's a 3D coloring book. Ela, A Frosty Glide. I wanted more mileage out of the demo because I had a really good time with it. It felt very nostalgic to play through this game. It's full of childhood innocence that is missing from video games nowadays, and it's great to see it in this demo, and it painted a really good picture of what the future this game will bring. It put a smile on my face. A Heavy Morning. A game built on depression. That's all I got anyway. Prison of Husks. Souls like are a hit and a miss for me. Sometimes it can be a breeze for the park, but it's also really fucking difficult sometimes. And there was one boss in the game that was really fucking annoying to beat. You know how I beat the boss? Jesus. This is okay. Best fucking game of the year. But apart from that little oversight, I'm still interested in trying this game. There's something about the way it looks like a PlayStation 2 game, and the fact that the default resolution is the resolution of a PlayStation 2 game. That's enough to actually like get me into this game and see what else it has to offer. I really wish it would have been more like a 3D narrative-driven experience where you get to wander around environments and solve puzzles along the way, like a Team Ico game. But nah, maybe my opinion will change once I try out the full game when it comes out. Roots Devour. It should be interesting to me, but I got the gist of it out of the demo, and I'm pretty fine with it. I'm not really gonna get the full game when it comes out. In the fog, I recall my breakfast. A slice of plain toast. No cheese. Lily's World. Oh, kind of similar to Her Story, which is also like a psychological horror experience. This might actually break the fourth wall and integrate Steam as part of the gaming experience. Like, there might be something about this game that will eventually, you know, get something out of me. Void Martyrs. There we go. We got another survival horror again that looks kind of cool. It's probably going to have a lot of jump scares in this one, but hopefully not jump scares that are like too cheap and they try to get you out of your seat, but that's all it'll ever do anyway. Downhill. I actually played this game and I got a bit frustrated with it, but I managed to like get used to the combat. World building is interesting. Story is interesting. And also getting the voice of Fox as Eddie Murphy is fucking hilarious. Come on there, whoa! There is no time for that! I'm putting you in this pile. Voyagers of Nera. Yeah, it's probably not the kind of game I'm gonna get into, I'm afraid. Now, Angeline Era looks like a PlayStation 1 title. The best part of this game is the exploration aspect and finding different types of areas and what else is in them. And the music that reflects in this game does feel like you're playing this on the PlayStation 1. So I actually like the aesthetic of this game. It's very appealing to me. Ascend. The demo sucks. Yo, I'm creating my own music video. Whoa! Even though it is a puzzle game and I should like puzzle games, nah, it just doesn't feel very interesting to me. Wonder Stars. I got a bit frustrated with the combat because the point of the combat is that you had to combine all of these words just so you can rack up more damage just so you can beat the enemies to it. It feels like a 90s anime, like definitely with the style of Akira Toriyama, you know, rest in peace. I'm gonna keep an eye out for this game. Castlebound. I do like the music that it has, and the gameplay seems kind of simple, and it's effectively fun. I think it's probably more fun when you're playing it in co-op mode, but despite it being a roguelike, kind of piss easy, honestly. I suppose that's what it's going for. I'm sure the difficulty will ramp up later on in the game. I have no idea what the fuck just happened. But yeah, this one is definitely a lookout for me. Land Party Adventure. And that was pretty much where my enjoyment ends. The demo already filled my taste plenty. Islet's Defense. I kind of got bored with it. Iron Hive. Now, this is the kind of building simulator I actually like. Because it's a kind of building simulator that adds deck building into it. You get limited options that you have to work with, so it restricts you in a way that you have to really think on your fucking toes. And that's why I like this type of building simulator in particular, because there are stakes to it. Tico! That's what made me fucking say this. Yeah, I might get into this one. Well, because it's a platformer, and it's also an interesting tower defense game where it does flow more naturally than, what was the other game? Lurks Within Walls. Oh, this game got a lot out of me in terms of fear. Starting this game demo for the first time. The sound of it. Oh, fuck. This is not good. You would have thought this was made in Unreal Engine 5. The fact that the game is called Lurks Within Walls, you actually feel like you're being watched, and the environments around you feel so realistic. And it feels like you're not alone in this constrained space you call a room. And then the combat starts. And that's when the spooks go away, in my opinion. It's definitely something unique in terms of horror games, I would say. The atmosphere is top fucking notch. The enemy design is also fucking top tier because it looks so disturbing. Like, damn, dude. I got my eye on this game because of that alone. Yeah, not for me, thanks. Nah. Changes 7. Alright, that sealed the deal for me. Core Breaker! Now this is a roguelike that reminds me of Dead Cells. A great freaking roguelike that I want people to try out as soon as possible. This is the kind of roguelike that keep me awake at night. Nothing to do with like bullshit permadeath, trying to get more different items, and it feels like the whole grind is just a slog. But this one feels more fast-paced to it, and it actually gets to the fucking point. Monster Box. Monster Doll, it should be called. Tormented Souls 2. I played this demo the longest because there are some puzzles in this survival horror game that are so goddamn cryptic. And I don't know if the first Tormented Souls was like this, but cryptic puzzles just halts the game for me. Like, you have to figure this shit out. But the rest of the game is fine. And then we got Oscura Blossoms Glow. I was expecting this game to blow me away because it looks like a cinematic platformer, but it's just very minimalistic, dull. I didn't like the colors that it was going for, the contrast. This is not my favorite cinematic platformer in my opinion. Just nah. The Shadow Syndicate. Okay, I might actually like this game, not because there's a lot of anthropomorphic animals in this one, but it's a stealth game. And I like me some stealth game. I got some Metal Gear Solid blood in me. Pancito Merge. Fuck this game. Le Folle. There are better puzzle games out there that do it for me. Idle Waters. This is just another idle game, but this time you get to fish and explore the world around you while talking to shop merchants and NPCs. Yeah, you know what I think about that. Shadow's Sacrament, The Roots of Evil. You know what? I might actually like this one. Chaos's Journey. Yeah, the music kind of slaps in this one, and the gameplay looks kind of interesting to me. It's going to be like another Metroidvania affair, so you know what? You're going here. Yeah. Colorbound. Okay, I think I see what the game is going for here. It's just a simple idea, but it expands it to such an incredible degree. Simple concepts like that, and they do so much fucking more with it. This does look interesting, but it's not like an insta-buy for me. Gunny Ascend. Oh, so it's kind of like Tetris, but it's a roguelike in a way. This does look fun. Desktop Explorer. Any game that allows you to explore your own PC or someone else's PC and just hits you with like disturbing imagery and makes you feel like your own desktop is cursed. There's something about it that makes me feel the spooks. Lost Vulcan. I have a feeling this game is gonna really hit it out of the park because of its gameplay alone. Definitely got that energy right here. Chunky Jump. So this is kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, but a platformer instead. This game is gonna be something else. Advante Atlantis. I tried playing this game and... What the fuck? I don't get this game. The turn-based combat is entirely based on luck, and you had to be really lucky in order to get the big numbers you wanted. Maybe it's because I just didn't understand the game and I sucked at it, but I'm not a big fan of this one, sadly. Dono's Tale. So if you like Yoshi's Island, you'll definitely love Dono's Tale, because I was charmed and I was like having a good time with it. This is pretty good. Leap Galaxy. Yes. You get to play as any leopard you want, and you get to leap through different types of environments. It just constantly throws you off with different types of obstacles and stuff. What? The gameplay is fun, fast, and it's going to be very short as well, and it has an online leaderboard which encourages you to speedrun every single level. Definitely my pick. Eagle Knight Paradox. I'm pretty sure it has some fun edge to it. I'll just have to wait and see. Bogdan's Cross. It feels like a very British game. I might get into this one. The Trolley Solution. I love this game, but also fuck this game. I really do not want to spoil what happens later on in the game. The directions the game goes through is absolutely insane. It got so many laughs out of me that I wanted to see what the game had to do next. There was some point where the game bugged out for some strange fucking reason. What the fuck just happened? But apart from that, this is a really insane game. I actually like the direction it was going in. It looks so much fun. Gaucho and the Grassland. It feels fine. It's a very safe farming simulator. Nothing really much to scream at here. Bubblegum Galaxy. Now, at first, I was going to say I'm going to avoid this game. But then the gameplay started, and I oddly got into this game after a while. I'm not really a big fan of some dialogue in the game, and that it took a little bit too long to get into, but it's fun. Damned 2. Wait, what about Damned 1? Did everyone get damned? Or did they get damned twice? I was gonna put it at the avoid category, but I guess because it's single player, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll give you a chance. Don't Kill Rumble. By the gameplay alone, I'm not a big fan. Piss Off. Oh, gladly. Colonel Hearts. I might get into this one. Not because I get to transform as a magical girl, but it's an action RPG. You know what I like about action RPGs? It keeps me stimulated in both ways. Tanuki Pawn Summer. You get to ride on a BMX bike as a Tanuki while delivering mail from the post office. There are signs in this game that indicates, yo, you better check me out. I ride this bike like Dave Mirra does on Saturday. Demon's School. I would normally like turn-based combat RPGs, but with this one, after the first battle, the turn-based combat doesn't really feel like it was grabbing me. Maybe it's because of how the characters were written. Maybe it's because of the story itself and how it's a demon school this time and not an actual high school like Persona or Shin Megami Tensei is. If I have another session of it, I might actually get interested in it. But I don't know. I couldn't get into this one. Here's an interesting one. Coffee Talk Tokyo. I liked Coffee Talk Episode 1 actually. But I think this is more of the same fare. I think the best part about these games is the interactions between all of the people that you meet. Getting to hear their lives and their struggles and their frustrations with the world around them. Conversations in a coffee place like this. It's fascinating. Around us, Black. It's a game where you get to find color in different colors. You could probably decorate your own flavored or something. Yeah, I'm probably going to avoid this one. It did what it set out to do in the demo. I don't need to do any more of it. Montabi. And I lost connection. A creature collector roguelike. Yeah, I love roguelikes. The gameplay does look kind of interesting, but the roguelike part of it is what really stops me from enjoying this game. These fights do take forever because you have to really think about those moves and what kind of Montabi you put on screen. That's different attack move sets. I like fast-paced roguelikes where you go for it. Done. You get the upgrade. Done. And now that I'm talking shit about it right now and I'm predicating it to my preferences, I'm not going to enjoy it. I need space. This game is all about exploration. And that's intriguing. Murph Island. I mean, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, I'm going to avoid this shit. But now I'm thinking, maybe. Table Flip Simulator. Yeah, this might be a really funny game to play through. But when will the novelty wear off for this kind of game? I was going to say avoid it, but after seeing the gameplay of it, I thought, this game knows what it wants to be. High Times. I do like some of the characters in this one. I was actually looking forward to meeting this character in particular because she looks kind of cool. The dialogue is quite humorous as well because it does reflect with what the world is like now, especially when it comes to social media. What does that mean?
And what happened to your tentacle mods?
What the fuck kind of bonus? I have no fucking idea. Who the fuck kind of girls am I communicating with? Most of these girls are fucking interesting, except the Tumblrette kind of ones that take social media way too seriously.
Oh, I just got fired for posting all 200 of my shitty fanfics on the front page of my company's website.
Oh my god. I'm putting you here. Shepherd's Plan. If it's written really, really well, then I would like it. Compensation not guaranteed. It didn't really impress me in what it was going for. I mean, the dialogue is too hefty. There are some points where the game keeps bugging out and I can't select certain options. If you want a better game like that, where you're going through government documents and passing them through borders, just play Papers, Please. Never Ending Beyond. It lasted for a long while. Ah, why the fuck did I falter? Okay, I got it. It's gonna be one of those type of games that takes way too long to get to the freaking point. Sorry, another bum roguelike on my list. Zen Shattered Legacy. It feels like top-down Sifu where you have to time your parries, blocks, and attacks just so you can defeat your enemies. And again, it has like a hack and slash kind of aspect and is more based in like Chinese mythology. I'll give you a shot. Kill the Music. Definitely a good rhythm game for sure, but it's a roguelike rhythm game. Wow, I can't imagine. At least the timing of the rhythm is more essential in this one. It actually works.
It just works.
What I didn't like about the demo is that it locks you out of the hardest difficulty. What kind of demo, especially a rhythm game, locks you out of difficulty options? Like, why? I'm not mad, because the gameplay is actually a lot of fun. not Monday Cafe. This is the kind of idle game I would put on in the background and leave it on and just do other stuff. It's a cafe and you get to like expand your farm, manage your guests, and every time you harass your guests, they emit money out of their pockets. See, there are idle games I want to actually kind of get into. This one being the perfect example. Am I Nima? This is more like wordplay the game. You have to get your mother to trust you. Because right now, she doesn't trust you at all because she thinks you're out to kill her. You have to be very careful with what words you use to try and convince your mother not to kill your ass. This is not a bad game to get into. Whisper Mountain Outbreak. It's serviceable, I would say. Identifial. This is a perfect game for you to get RSI from. Yep, I'm in for this one. Malapitaka. Just like Duke Nukem and Doom, this is also yet another fun first-person shooter. And the different types of guns you unlock in this game, boom, 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 yo, combo, yo, yeah, how about them apples, bitch? Okay, I found its weakness. Each one has a huge punch into them. They're so fucking cool. Here's the thing. I'm not really sure whether to put it there or there. It's got fun gameplay and it's fast and fuck it. Take my money, please. Building relationships. Now, this game is funny. I really do not want to spoil what goes on in the demo, but I feel like I had to in order to give you the context of why I kind of like this game to a certain degree. The dialogue in this game is very passive-aggressive and sometimes snarky and very witty. There is a windmill that is portrayed like a hot, sexy lady, and the music that accompanies it. Fucking comedy genius. It's not an insta-buy, but it's definitely one that I'm gonna look out for in the future. Operatives Revolve. I have played roguelike deck builders before, like Loop Hero, for instance. With a deck builder like that, which is also a roguelike, let's go for that. Nightmare Circus. You better blow it the fucking way in terms of your combat. Moses and Plato, Last Train to Clawville. I tried getting into this game, but the way that it's written and it just takes way too long. The world isn't interesting to me. The characters aren't interesting to me. I'm sorry. Undusted, Letters from the Past. Very simple game. It is definitely the kind of game that pleases to my tendencies of just cleaning stuff, seeing all the bits of mud and rust dissipate from the object in question. This game is very stimulating. Krieg's Front Tactic. There were moments in this game that I absolutely lost my shit. No, Foxtrot! His arm is off!
Status, kiddo. I still have my left arm. Abort, Foxtrot. Your armor has been shredded by that gunner.
Oh shit, are you being manly right now? Yeah! Oh my god! This game took 5 years to make, and it definitely fucking shows it. It's kind of borrowing elements of Fallout. You can freely control your aim at any limb you want. I like the brunt dialogue that tries to be so hardcore. I really found this fun after a while, and I probably want to keep playing more of it to see what else it has to offer. Fungi Swarm. Guess what? Another roguelike. Yay. Boss Fight Tactics. I find this game more of a novelty rather than the experience. I would call this game quite interesting because of this gameplay loop, and apparently it's a roguelike again. I just couldn't get into the gameplay. It just seems a bit monotonous. The Fractured Shimmer. Hey, guess what? It's another horror game. I like horror games. It is quite mysterious playing for this game, and there are some points in the game where it did spook me. Oh, fuck! Oh, Jesus. But unlike Be Crowned, the puzzles in this game are too damn simple. They're very easy to solve. You just find one area, and it's just symbol-based puzzles rather than very cryptic-based puzzles. I would say this is more of a grace in my retrospect, but if the puzzles are too cryptic in a horror game, that takes me out of it. But if the puzzles are too easy, that takes me out of it. So I really hope this game has a puzzle level of some sort in the difficulty options menu. I still wanted to play more of this game when it comes out. Yeah. Loading. The one thing that disturbs me at this game is that your child's vomit. It's so chunky. What are you eating and drinking to make your vomit look so chunky, dude? That must not be healthy. Maybe it's the premise alone that makes you interested in playing this game. Eat the Rich. And after playing through the demo of it, I was not impressed. 13Z, the Zodiac Trials. Oh hey, it's an interesting hack and slash game.
But it's a roguelike.
As long as the gameplay is fun, then I'm gonna have a really good time with it. Grim Trials. Oh hey, another interesting hack and slash game.
But it's another roguelike.
My god, there seems to be a consistent theme when it comes to these type of games. Yo, Hades, get out here. You got a freaking competitor here. Over Hours. The story wasn't the best, but the gameplay is fine. Bathhouse Creatures. I would have just treated the demo as a whole game. Burning Sword Death's Son. This game is fucking awesome, dude. I love the hack and slash gameplay in there. How the guy is literally channeling like dragon powers. He T-poses while he flies, but the AI in this game is not enough to be desired. But the bosses in this game, yo, they're so cool to beat against. The music slaps. If they tweak the parry system, then I'll be like, yo, this is the best game ever. I had a fun time playing through it. Upin and Ipin Universe.
Look at it! Look at it! Look at it!
This game looks like it was made in a sweatshop. Lost and Found Incorporated. A very cute hidden object game that's full of charm, oozing with wonderful pleasantries. And I do like this kind of hidden object game that has a lot of great things going for it. And that is enough for me to put it on my list. No Straight Roads 2. Now this fucking surprised me if anything. Now I'm gonna try the first No Straight Roads now, because the first one was actually a lot of fun. And seeing that it got a sequel announced, I don't have an excuse anymore. And now to go through all the games announced at the Planet Play Green Game Showcase. Alright, moving on. The Expanse Osiris Reborn. I've never seen The Expanse TV series, so I'm kind of out of the loop with the story of this. Is this actually a really good TV show that I should watch? Please let me know. This game does look kind of interesting. It's got elements of Mass Effect in it. Yeah, you know what? Echoes of the End. I suppose the combat will be effectively fun, or I guess it's just trying to be a God of War clone. Whispers in the Fog. I really wish games disclaim you just to play in the dark. Instead, it's always, wear your headphones. This kind of game, it's going to give me all kinds of spooks. I know I hate to be spooked, but that's the appeal of these games for me. I want to be spooked. Give me that kind of juice and make me feel something I haven't felt in 1,000 generations. Herdling. Here we go, another sheep herding simulator game. Yay, but this is more narrative driven. The gameplay wasn't too bad in this one. I mean, I kind of got used to it after half an hour. It was definitely a pain in the ass trying to navigate the catacorns. It's a better herding game compared to sheep herds, by the way. Do I have a feeling that this game will eventually become better? I'm kind of tossed in between this and that. 2 hours later. Maybe. Fuck it. Whew. Let's carry on. Sleep Awake. Ooh, Corey Davis from Spec Ops The Line is behind this? Then if that's the case... Eric's Home, The Stolen Dream. This feels like a game that you would show at an Xbox Direct. Oh, you got license to be secure, love? Not a future game showcase. I was definitely into this game and how it flows naturally across different levels, and it got collectibles in this one, which adds to a different type of layer that this gameplay does show me. It's a quality of it I really like. The Explorator. Do you just explore this one? Oh, fuck. Wow, okay. Watching that trailer is a whiplash to me. Like, it pretends to be one thing, but then it turns around and says, I got your number. You're going here. Constance. It feels like Hollow Knight. It plays like Hollow Knight. It sounds like Hollow Knight. In that case, just play fucking Hollow Knight. Titan Quest 2. There are some RPGs I couldn't really get into. Maybe the Western stuff. Maybe the first Titan Quest would really get me into the series itself. So maybe I can play this game because it's an action RPG. But I'll have to wait and see. Call of the Elder Gods, which is a sequel to Call of the Sea. Check out my backlog for more details. Nothing much to say about this one. Ascendant. My god, a lot of games that have the word ascend in them. I mean, I know what they're going for, but... Nope, nope, nope. Get away from my salad bar. Nope. Firefighting Simulator. Ignite. 30 quid for a fighting simulator game? The Bureau of Fantastical and Arcane Affairs. A long title, but I do think it's a long title for a reason because it's trying to be funny. I wouldn't mind games trying to experiment with comedy, especially when it tries to tell a story that is tongue-in-cheek as this one. And it's British, so you get a bit of glimpse of Monty Python in this one. Waifu Tactical Force. Gooners unite! You found your extra dose of waifu bait simulator. Even though you get to play as an anime girl, it would normally be a plus for me. Sadly, no. Add in a single player mode, and I'll let you guys off the hook. E-Frontier. Unless it's Colony Wars, maybe next time. Formula Legends. It's just a racing game. Catastrophe. This was a game I wanted to enjoy, but after playing for the demo, do you really think you stand a chance? I'm gonna give up now. Damn you! I just didn't like the platforming, didn't like the jumping, it didn't stand out. Phase Zero. Oh, he's probably gonna say that when I actually hit this icon. Watch.
Phase Zero.
Yeah! You can call it a Resident Evil clone if you want, but that doesn't stop me from freaking enjoying this game. Bloodgrounds. What I was really in for was a turn-based RPG system. Then it got to the part where you have to construct your own civilization, and that knocked it down a peg for me. How to Escape Lost Submarine. I couldn't really play this game, and I doubt I will play this game with a friend. Ahoy! So, Sea of Thieves then. Skull and Bones. Yeah. Underpar Golf Architect. When it comes to games like these, I don't like designing my own video game. I want to play games. I suppose I'm not the most creative person in the world. Animal Kind. Yeah, sure it's cute, but don't wake the beast. It's all based about how much noise you make, while trying not to wake up every single enemy that's trying to detect you, and even the beast itself, because I assume the beast is like so OP it would even aggro through the whole freaking game. This is interesting. Worship. Worship this. Deathground. Thank God this game has single player, because this is a game where you get to fight dinosaurs. If it's anything like Turok or Dino Crisis, this might be a really good time. Hell is Us. This is the type of game that does not backseat you at all. And the fact that the game does not backseat you kept me fucking engaged. Sometimes the game does backseat you, so the disclaimer's kind of an outright lie. And it's not like Hell is Us has any yellow paint lying around or anything, am I right? Definitely an interesting game to look forward to. Fading Echo. This looks like a fun hack and slash. It has quirks through its animations for sure, and the combat does look mighty interesting to me. I suppose this is going to help you experiment with types of movesets and different elements you could juggle with to unleash different types of attacks. Let's give it a shot eventually. Sacrifier. This is a kind of RPG I would definitely picture myself playing. I mean, look at it, dude.
All right, I'm pumped. Let's do this.
Any game that has music composed by Motoi Sakuraba from like Star Ocean and Dark Souls kind of fame, you know I'm all fucking in. Truxton Extreme. Not a bad shmup for what it's worth. I got used to the gameplay and the music is kick-ass. The only downside of the demo is that it's all untranslated in Japanese, so there was a bit of a language barrier when trying to enjoy this game. It's not that hard to figure out the controls of this one. Once I figured out the controls, I got into this game fine and dandy. R-Type Final? It is. Joe and Mac Retro Collection. They announced a Kickstarter for this game, which has already exceeded its goal. My God. When it comes out, eventually when it comes out, I look forward to seeing what this retro collection has to offer, so I can experience Joe and Mac in the modern day. Directive 8020. I'm glad that Supermassive Games is still creating horror games like these ones still. There are like some other games that they made that I didn't really find any interest in. Until Dawn was where they found their huge success. So they're trying to do the same thing with Directive 8020, but I'll wait for a sale and maybe I'll get it then. Ground Zero. Oh hey, look at that. Another retro survival horror game. You know what I think? Hark the Ghoul. This is a Souls-like that has creepy ass enemy designs. Oh fuck! Fuck me! Kick it! Kick it down! Kick the fucking grub down! This is a Souls-like that I would definitely think I'm playing. It doesn't bog you down, and it's not brutally difficult. Hopefully. Hella. As in hella cool! Luto. This fucking scared the shit out of me. Ah! No, get away, get away, get away! But then there was a point in the demo where I got stuck and I didn't know where the fuck to go, and that's when the spooks gone away. But despite that, Luto did spook me. Reach. Well, good luck reaching for this. Agatha Christie, Death on the Nile. There were some times where I got really befuddled in trying to solve the situations around me. It's definitely got that Broken Sword vibe. This might get me into the Agatha Christie gaming series. Tenet of the Spark. Oh, right, I remember this one. This is a game where you switch between 3 timelines and you unleash different attacks. An interesting concept for an action game like this one. Will this allow you to experiment with different types of combos from different timelines? Yeah, go on then. Have a Coke. Pre-Soul, Theater of Idols. Oh, the spooks. Oh, okay. You got me. Ritual Tides. Oh my god. This looks disturbing as fuck, dude. These horror games know how to fucking impress me. Guardians of the Wild Sky. Deepest Fear. The one thing I like about this is that you're stuck underwater with the things chasing you inside a giant submarine. Like, that is so fucking cool. And it's a Metroidvania as well? My word, what kind of freaking horror game is this? These horror games are going on the up recently. Berserk Bits. Guess what? Phantom Squad. Guess what? Davy X Jones. This skull never shuts the fuck up in that game. If you're supposed to like enjoy this game with the skull constantly talking back to you as if you're playing a worse version of Shadows of the Damned, yeah, nah, I don't want to play this game anymore. I mean, the gameplay here is alright, the environment's alright, it was fun for the first 5 minutes, and then after that, I just couldn't stand the skull's voice, I couldn't stand its banter. I'm just not a big fan of the dialogue in this one. It is trying to be like, I'm so quirky, am I right? And I swear to God, this song at the end of the demo sounds familiar. Blind Descent. Yeah, it's kind of like Rust. I'm probably not going to get into that game either. This game is fucking funny. And I'm glad it's getting the attention it deserves, because it's literally like a game built around voice actors.
Okay, bye.
The humor and dialogue in this game is legitimately funny. Angles in America, Archive of Our Home, a gay dumbbell fucked my car's butt, and now they're both friends. I didn't experience much of the demo to give my full consensus of it. I'm gonna go back to this game eventually. It's a wacky concept. The House of Tesla. It's literally like an escape room where you had to face through handcrafted puzzles, and you had to unlock more puzzles to get to that puzzle, so you can go to another room and a lot more puzzles in it. This is the kind of game that definitely tests my brain to its boiling point. I got my eye on you! Hope in the City!
Well, here it's an S.
I like those games that have an air of mystery to them. It's so cool. Legends of the Round Table. I was expecting a parody of Monty Python. What I got... How the hardy man that I really wanted to get into this RPG, but the amount of tutorials being thrust into my face just to understand every single minute thing just to slightly succeed in this game. Sorry. Antro. I like this game quite a bit. You have to go through different environments, and especially the one that reminds you of the old Apple commercials, as you battle through rhythmic style platforming to hip-hop music. So I'm gonna try and get this game out. Definitely. Terrifier the arcade game. This looks AI generated as fuck, dude. Look at one of the shots here. And also, the gameplay is so stale. You don't like have different combos. You just use one weapon and it doesn't break, so you have to resort to using another weapon. You kill children in this game. Animo Star Arena. The entire tutorial section is flipping nothing but fucking switches. Dead Watch. This is a time limit game that looks kind of interesting, honestly. Dim Haven, The Lost Source. This game encourages you to pay attention to your environment, the objects you pick up. It's very attentive to detail, and it encourages you to look at its detail, to the point where there are some clues that are so fucking cryptic, not even the amount of hints you abuse will be able to help you out. This is cryptic to the point where it's not too challenging. This will definitely get some used to. Holston. It's a different type of survival horror game. Not only do you have an isometric view that you get to rotate the camera angle around your character, but you can also switch to a third-person shooter perspective. I'm gonna like this game a lot. My arms are longer now. You just play as this long-armed dude and you get to steal anything with a long arm. This looks kind of funny. Toroa Skycall. Bird Simulator. I mean, if it's all I get to do is fly in the game, there better be something really good, like you're flying through a rhythmic landscape. Fuck it, wait for giant ring, Superman 64 style. Oh, I really do not want to be that guy. Fine. Juglands! You're a 3D action platformer, and I want to pay attention to you now. Bones Wandering Soul. What happened to Little Grim Fandango Jr.? Are you trying to be Double Fine over here? Let's get you down here. Null Star Soulless. This game is it. You're a drone. Navigate through platformer levels. Alright, we got all those things going for you. I'm putting you here. Cast and Chill. Once upon a time in a land far, far away lived an old man named Sheldon Quinton. He decided to go out for a nice stroll to leave his abusive wife and his misunderstanding child. He decided to fish for the remainder of his life, and it's the only thing he shall do in accordance to his philosophy. So he seeks solitude right next to his old puppy, Schmoodles, who he names accordingly because his middle name was Schmoodles. Yeah, it's fine. There's definitely better idle games out there. Canvas Street. Tea Please. If it's free to play, sure. Brave Cart. Ooh, nice puzzles. Ooh my. Anti-Citizen Red. Australia! Fuck yeah! It's like you're either playing for a Serious Sam game or a Postal game. Will it be for me though? Maybe I'll keep my eye on this game for now. Key Fairy. This game fascinates me. I like the way the dialogue is written in this game. This is the Whispering Glade. Can I join in? Whisper, whisper, whisper. And so on they whispered. They may be whispering still. Sometimes it's passive aggressive and sarcastic, and then sometimes it references Monty Python. Each encounter you have in this game is a bit more unique than the other. You don't know what they say after the choices that you make. The gameplay could use some work, especially in terms of its grappling hook mechanic. It did leave me coming back for more, essentially. Finally Diced. It might be the game for me, or it might not be. Might. Reprieve. There's not much information about Reprieve as it is, but from what I gather, sure, let's put it here. Corporeal. When you literally just got a game where you're organizing your own photo album, that's not fun. But if you add a layer of mystery to it, yeah, go on then. Apothecary of City X. Well, if anything that Loop Heroes taught me, is that I'm in for it. Winnie's Hole. Now that Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain, seeing a game like this where you literally just mutate Winnie the Pooh and you just infest enemies and fight them so you can upgrade a little bit more, it's not a fun gameplay look. And not to mention that it's a roguelike. It's lost its edge and novelty after a while. I mean, come on, it's trying to be so fucking edgy that it's just so boring. Slumbering Woods. I like the hand-drawn animation style, and Isopod, a webbed spin-off. You got a pill bug you play as, and he does all kinds of abilities. Like a little bit like Sonic the Hedgehog. Ooh, okay, alright. This is adorable. You got me. Soggy Beans. Something to put on in the background and not pay attention to it, but it feels like a chore. Try Hard. It's good to know this game lives up to its name. Bigger Boys! Wait, hold on. It could be a bit of material to make SpongeBob memes out of. Food Domina. Imagine Undertale, but combine it with food puns. You know what? Sure. Doggy don't care. Maybe not. Yeah, this is gonna be some sort of novelty that I'll wear off for a while. Sorry, guys. Microvania. If you played the original Metroid, you played Microvania. End of Ember. Yeah, it's Binding of Isaac, ladies and gentlemen. Now that I said that, Ghost Cam. I'm glad that it's not just a VR mode you get to utilize. It could be interesting in co-op mode where you had to like say, oh, what do you see in the photo? I see, Mrs. Beakhead? If it's trying to be Project Zero, it's getting there, but it's not my horror game. You're holy and virtuous heretic. This game is fucking weird, dude. You're just thrust into this fantasy world, and you end up in a giant flesh corridor. You have to really manage your resources and your own HP and SP points, because every move you make is vital in this game. So you better use your save games wisely, otherwise you're not gonna have a real good time with this game, unless you like grinding a lot. It is a very weird RPG, and I played weird RPGs, let me tell you that. Malice. Anything to do with cards, you're on the extras list. You ain't gonna go far, kid. Oh, Jupiter Junkworks. I love this game so much. It's got addicting Tetris gameplay. The music fucking slaps. It's like you're at a fucking rave. You get to rebuild your ship, not just by crafting system. Nah, you get to play fucking Tetris. And the different thing about this Tetris game, there's a mechanic where you have to slam dunk your Tetris blocks so that way it shrinks the gap in between blocks you couldn't place your blocks into. I like games that take a different approach when it comes to Tetris. I must have spent more time in this demo until like 5 o'clock in the morning. That's how addicted this gameplay is. It does way more than that. Please try this game. And not because of the cute anime girls either. It's fucking Tetris. I'm getting this game. Match and Mastery, where you get to play as Rick Sanchez, and you navigate through roguelike rooms, but it's with match-free combos this time. Normally I would say avoid this game, but I had a good time. Next one, Schrodinger's Cat Burglar. Another game that I had a blast with. The different thing about this bit is that you don't have to do co-op with another person. What you get to do is that you get to split your analog sticks away from each other, so you can split your cat in half. The gameplay in this one is pretty simple, but it's the puzzles that kept me coming back to this game, and it actually made me think. Sping! It's a minimalistic puzzle game where you go through bite-sized levels and you swing around, and they build all of these levels on that one simple mechanic. It does have a very simple gameplay loop. It's really fun. So how do you say this? Miscellaneous, a tiny tale? I don't fucking know. In Keep. Unless it does something really funny with its humor, then I might be enticed to play it. Shape Center Deluxe. It's definitely got good writing. Do you know how expensive those things are? It's no big deal. But if you broke 43 more, you would get the bad ending. And the puzzles aren't too bad too. It's a great puzzle game. Snow Cone. The dialogue is also funny in this one as well. Oh wow, this is getting serious. Oh, you thought this was just fun and games? Like a casual puzzle game made to entertain you? This is serious business! 3-1, serious business. Okay, I see what kind of game this is now. It's humor like this that makes me love fucking video games. Rollick and Roll. This is also a really good bite-sized puzzle game. Just think of this as a Scalextric toy set. Cyber Paradise. I do like the way this game looks. But about the way it plays, I don't really know about that. I'll have an eye on this game. This looks pretty fun. Enter the Chronosphere. I do have gripes with this game. It was fun up to a point when I wasn't really having fun anymore. This is supposed to be a tactical bullet hell game, but it felt more like a roguelike to me. I don't know. I've seen better roguelikes out there. Draculesti. A visual novel where you encounter gay Dracula instead. But it's a visual novel, and it's not the most exciting visual novel in the universe. Allo Gloom. This game is more enjoyable to me when I voice this lady here as a heavy British person. Granted, could I take that a slice of cake early? And everyone else so fucking depressed.
Maybe tomorrow, Nora. Maybe tomorrow.
Should have voice acting in it, but it's fine. How was your day? Is this an interrogation? I was getting into this game, and there were some points in the demo that I had to question what the fuck were they thinking. I do understand on the first day, your character is supposed to suck at everything. But there were certainly different points where I didn't suck at a minigame. Aha! What do you mean I lose? What the fuck do you mean I lose? I fucking won 5 points! Bullshit! I just want one of the boys to say, wow, you're actually good at something. I'm impressed. But apparently no, you have to suck at everything, which kind of ruins it for me. And not to mention, the fact that I discovered that it was just another time loop story that I have to break out of it. Nah. Total chaos. Oh, this game is something else. It lulls you to a false sense of security, where it's supposed to be like this first-person horror experience. This is the kind of game that I would keep playing, just to see what more spooks it has up its belt. Same kind of... Oh, fuck! Jesus! There were some times when the spooks does diminish. Yeah. But you gotta pull through. Parasensor. Okay, so it's just another survival horror game, but this one looks really fucking weird. Yeah, I think I was trying to reflect old 90s PC gaming for a while. Damn, these survival horror games, they definitely know how to cater to me. Outer Worlds 2 at 70 fucking quid? Hell no! I really want to play the original Outer Worlds because it looks kind of cool. I am interested in getting this game because according to their gameplay dives, they added a lot more to the Outer Worlds 2 that is more expansive than the Outer Worlds 1. At the price it's going for, I'll hold back for now. High on Life 2. I wasn't really a fan of the humor in High on Life 1. I mostly seen clips of it, and it's just trying way too hard to be funny, and... I'm gonna stab myself in the back for this one. Residence, A Plague Tale Legacy. It looks like I had to play more Plague Tale games to understand this one. I'll definitely bite the rubber bullet that they shoot at my face. The Blood of Dawnwalker. This looks kind of fine. The game title seems a bit generic, but hey, you gotta work with what you got. Super Meat Boy 3D. Man, the original Super Meat Boy was really cool to play. It was a lot of fun. So see this announcement? Yay, let's go! It blew my fucking mind, honestly. This is such a cool ass announcement. Ninja Gaiden 4. I did play Ninja Gaiden Rage Bound, so another Ninja Gaiden game? That's good. Beast of Reincarnation. This fucking baffles me. It's developed by Game Freak, you know, the original developers behind the Pokemon franchises. And look how it fucking plays. This looks so amazing. Game Freak had all this time and effort, and they make a new game that looks way better than any fucking Pokemon game they worked on. Game Freak can pull this off. Why can't they pull it off with Pokemon? Well, my argument is, it's not a big-ass franchise they're working with. It's a brand new IP. So they can do whatever the fuck they want without being tied by Nintendo's chain. Still, this looks really fucking cool. Clockwork Revolution. Here's the thing about this game. They present the humor in these trailers in a way where it's like, oh, they cut off the music. You gotta laugh. It's one of those kind of trailers, but I feel like the game will be interesting enough for me because it has elements of BioShock in there. Grounded 2. I wasn't really interested in the original Grounded, so why would I think I'm interested in Grounded 2? Chronos: The New Dawn. Oh, right, those guys. I'll give you a chance. Aphelion. This might be an interesting game to play if the story is quite interesting to follow. You better fucking wow me, guys. There are no ghosts at the Grand.
Let me welcome you to the Grand.
Alright, I'm into this game right now. Let's see if I'm charmed by the musical aspects of the game alone. The gameplay might be secondary to that. Mudang 2 Hearts. The stealth gameplay is worth my interest alone. Planet of Lana 2. I completely forgot that Planet of Lana already came out, and I know it had a physical release, so I really need to play Planet of Lana. Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive. I was just there for mindless action, just slicing up enemies, being an edgy main character that is so OP as fuck, but the only downside of it that it has DRM. give me more reason to say this game is gonna suck ass. So I suppose after playing this game, I'm probably having to get into watching the anime or the webtoon. What do you guys think? Do you think Anemo? Why does it feel like a gacha game? Oh, I ain't gonna back down that freaking rabbit hole. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. This is the kind of shit I grew up with in my youth, boy. But the one thing that deters me from getting this game is the fact that I have to have an Activision account just to play this fucking game? What the fuck are you talking about? Why are you getting this game away through a fucking Activision account? I have a Steam account already. Is that enough for you guys? Apparently not. Oh, fuck you guys. At Fate's End. Female protagonist, and it's got some fun and lush gameplay. Yeah, let's go for that. Gears of War Reloaded. 40 quid for a remaster of an old game. I haven't played all of the Gears of War games. I already have it on the Xbox One, so maybe I want to experience it at a better quality. Persona 4 Revival. This fucking shocked me when I saw it being announced. What the fuck? Why would you remake Persona 4 when you already got a remaster on the PC already that runs just as good? Maybe it's because the original RPG game was way too fucking long for me to complete, so they thought, it looks totally fucking cool, but oh. Invincible Versus. Go on, fighting fans, you can eat this up. You wouldn't see me play this one. Keeper! Maybe the world building and humor will make this game stand out from its other Double Fine predecessors. You are definitely keepering my attention right now. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. The trailer looked cool. Whiskerwood. Outbound.
They're the same picture.
Ambrosia Sky. It was an interesting game to play through until it wasn't. Far, Far West. Dungeons & Dragons Neverwinter Nights 2 Enhanced Edition. Whew, that's a fucking long name. So this might not be too bad of a Western RPG to play through. As long as you're cheap on sale, I'll give you a fair shot. Here's a good one. Fresh Tracks. So imagine Beat Saber, but you're skiing instead. I had a good time with this one. Didn't deter my attention, I wasn't bored. And it's also a roguelike. Joy. Terminal Brigade. You need to have another fucking account just to access it on Steam. Fuck this game. I wasn't even interested in the first place, but now I'm really not interested in it. Moon Patrol Winter's Warmth. I wouldn't mind this one. It'll probably be fine, I suppose. It does look kind of cozy, and yeah, I'll put you down there. I'll put you down there. No, wait. No. That's the wrong bit. Den of Wolves. It happened with Payday 3 that it was only online mode. With Den of Wolves, I don't care if it's like a high FPS, I'm sure it'll be fun to plenty of people. I have a feeling that when it comes out, people are not going to be happy with the technical side of it. All Systems Dance. Yeah, I might actually get into this one. You're going all fruitless on their asses. If only this had a demo. Spooky Express. There was something about the presentation that let me feel unamused. I felt bored after like 10 minutes and I wasn't really having any fun anymore. With that being said, Engine Fall. Oh hey, look at that. Another only online mode game.
Oh goody.
Skyrig. Stay in your lane. Kaizen or Factory Story. So this isn't a bad game to get into as long as you know what you're doing. It has the narrative built into it, so there's something to strive towards. It is an interesting game, in the least. This is one game that I wasn't really bored with when it comes to building stuff. Dawn Apart.
Boring.
Modulars.
Boring.
Generation Exile. When the only interesting part of this game is the character customization. Wait, what? You know this game fucking blows. The Altars. I mean, it does have base building, but I'm willing to put up with it if the story is interesting. Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. It's an action RPG, and I like leveling myself up. Maybe the gameplay won't be too bad. No, I am not a human. I saw a streamer play this on Twitch, and the way that the world is set in is really, really disturbing. You are set in a world where the sun has gotten really, really hot. The only way to survive is wait until nighttime so that these people can take refuge in your own home. Ah, stop! This game is like a great introspective piece that challenges your level of trust. Do you believe what the government says? Or do you believe in your own morality? Paranoia is your greatest enemy in this game. That's a mark of a really good fucking game in my opinion. Botsu. More like Nope-su. Forever. This might look fun for me. Mandrake. This is a farming simulator. Pizza Bandits. I thought it was going to start off as just being a first-person shooter, but then it introduced you the first level where you're trying to balance yourself by cooking and shooting at the same time. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot more fun in the co-op session, but in single player, God, it's fucking stressful. I can't imagine a single person doing a speedrun of this game. But you know what? I'm willing to try. Railborn. Railborn? Give me Choo Choo Charles any day. Garbage Country. I mean, you ain't lying about that. Dark Switch. A vertical city builder this time. What did you ever want? Horizontal city builders? Shit, you building this shit flat, son. Spirit X Strike. Oh my god. This is the kind of game that keeps me up at night. I was like a man playing this game. Yeah! Let's go! I thought it was going to be like something from the Xbox 360 arcade for a little bit. The graphics in this game are a bit of a tone setter for me. But the gameplay totally makes up for it. I don't know about the story though, but you entertained me. Stars of Icarus. Wait a minute. Oh. Goblin America. I don't even know what to say about this game. I have no words. It's something you have to experience for yourself. Ever Siege Untold Ages. So it's going to be a single player MOBA with a little bit of online co-op. So if I learned anything from League of Legends, it's that I'm going to avoid it at all costs. Pigface. At first, I thought this was going to be a horror game again. But then it turned out to be a first-person shooter, and you get to slaughter these bandits here. Beating up these dudes is boom. Honestly hilarious. I didn't feel dirty while playing it, because normally when it comes to these kind of games, when it looks like that, I do feel dirty. Terratech Legion. The only appeal about it is that you get to transform your mech by making it bigger, and therefore you can do more damage. And it's not just the enemies you defeat, you get to explore different locations and blow them up. You've done your due diligence for me. Paralives. Yeah, this is definitely like The Sims. I might actually get into this one, yeah. Lost Rift. It looks like the kind of game that I would not normally play. Hellclock. This is a very basic ass roguelike. There's nothing special that differentiates it from other roguelikes at the time. And it makes me want to play Hades again. Militianer. Now this game is about you appeasing a giant policeman.
Stop!
Arcane Eats. It's literally a roguelike cooking simulator. With deck building mechanics. Learn it all in there, and you got an interesting game. Guntouchables. I've seen better. Stario Haven Tower. The premise for this game is good. You're escaping this sandstorm that's about to consume your civilization whole. But the gameplay is a vertical city building simulator. Oh. Dispatch. I like the interaction with the characters, and I like the choices it make. It stands out in my opinion. I want to see what more this game has to offer. And the fact that this is a new studio that is made up of former Telltale developers, yo, you're good in my book, guys. I want to see more. Wheel World. Interesting idea for a game, but all you do is race and explore the world. You don't get to do tricks. You don't get to score points. You don't get to, like, smash through other races to cause collateral damage. The freaking Tanuki BMX game had tricks in it that this game does not have. I really want this game to do more than what it had to offer. But right now, it's just a bland BMX game. You should definitely add more into it, I feel. Anno 117 Pax Romana. De Nouveau, Ubisoft account, £75 for a gold edition. Just fuck off, Ubisoft. Endless Legend 2. Will this entice me to try out Endless Legend? Let's see.
One trailer viewing later.
Definitely not. Berserk or Die. This game has a very funny way of going about it. The only way to play this game is by literally smashing your keyboard. What if you're playing on controller? How would you smash a controller then? It's $2.99 right now, but I ain't biting my bullet yet. Mycopunk. I had a good fleeting moment in this game. I'm probably not going to play this game ever again. Morbid Metal. Despite the publisher being Ubisoft, and fuck you Ubisoft, you don't need a Ubisoft account to fucking play it. Thank God. And it's a roguelike. But I don't mind that because the hack and slash gameplay is really good, and I like the power movesets. It kept me wanting more, and I do like it. Love Eternal. I'll say it. This is cool. Busbound. Yep. That's pretty much what it is. Atmosphar. Voidbreaker. I was having a bit of a hard time trying to grasp the fluidity of this gameplay. Oh no, it got stuck. The simulation sucks. And it's also not very fun when playing with the controller as well, because it limits your movements. This is the type of game where you have to be fast just to succeed. It's all about the learning curve. You gotta really get into this game and really understand the key bindings. So I was gonna say avoid because of how I played it, but if I come back to it, I'm probably gonna have a better fun time. Eyes of Hellfire. A gothic horror game that is only online co-op? Dead Wire. Oh, so it's like Hotline Miami. Then this game might be pretty cool. It's either I try Hotline Miami or try Dead Wire. Clover Pit. It's a really fun gambling game. You have to buy Lucky Charms to increase your luck to get more jackpot points and plenty of money just so you can fulfill one deadline after the other. I pretty much had really good luck in the game that it started granting me double and triple money by the end of it. Yo, what the fuck? 10,000! I must have played this demo so freaking much because I suppose I'm a bit of a gambler myself apparently. So this game definitely suits my crippling addiction to gambling. I wouldn't put you there. You're getting an upgrade. Totally normal, thank you very much. Eclipsium. I'm conflicted with this game in particular. It's like a first-person exploration game where you get to navigate through disturbing environments, and that's it. There's no obstacles that impede your way. It's just the environment that you get spooked by. The only spooky part of this game is when you fall into the water. It's not a bad horror game, it's not my favorite amongst a pool of other games. Abyssus. Morris Protocol was better. Mugenics. Cats will frequently hump one another. The Binding of Isaac was fucking awesome though, so I have a feeling that this game will probably be a thing that I'll play. If it's got Meat Canyon on the ropes with this weird fucking animation, I'll go for it. Dead Reset. It's supposed to be like an FMV point and click, which definitely calls back to the 90s era of when FMV games were like the norm and you couldn't stop seeing it everywhere in PC gaming. More horror game fixes for me. Burn Band. Oh yeah, it's just you wandering around aimlessly and the game just rewards you based on that. Well, it depends how big the open world is. If it's just wandering around all over the place, fuck it, explore, go ahead, encourage it. Just don't get lost, all right? No! Wonderberg! This might be a fun game, actually. It being a roguelike, I'm like, why? This game, I have a feeling, is going to be really fucking awesome to play, so I got my eye on this one. Ayasa Shadows of Silence. It is a good puzzle platformer in retrospect. And I wanted to see where this game was going. You're not a bad platformer at all. I thought you were going to be dull as hell, but you exceeded my expectations. The Rabbit Hole. Toss Down. So, just delivering and managing to avoid everything that, even a fucking tornado? What the fuck? Alright. Once I see this stuff in the trailer, I'm like, okay, at first I thought the gameplay wasn't going to be that interesting. Yeah, you know what? I'll put you down there. Advent Neon. So this one is more like Sonic the Hedgehog. This platformer does take getting used to, but once you get the hang of it, not a bad thing. Go North. When it comes to mazes like this one, I might find myself having a bit of fun. Getting lost in a maze, exciting. Losing a sense of direction, exciting. Shadows of Chroma Tower. Yeah, sure, why not? Yasuke, A Lost Descendant. Oh my god, fuck this demo. If they had a really interesting demo instead of just an alpha demo, then I would have loved this game. It's a 3D hack and slash, and I should love those type of things. I'm sorry, you're going in the avoid pile. Sunken Stones. Roguelikes need to be exciting first, but this one is like...
You sunk my battleship. You sunk my battleship.
It's so dull. Hourlands. I didn't want you as my main course. Rizamon has to be the worst game I have ever fucking played. Everything about it, it's offensive. It's offensive to Pokemon, your sense of humor, your time. It does not respect you as a gamer or an individual. The humor tries so fucking hard to be edgy and funny, and it just fails at all avenues I've experienced. It tries to be offensive, where it spouts out racial slurs, homophobic slurs, conspiracy theories. I couldn't even last like at least 20 minutes. Okay, there you go. I'm done. Why does this game have positive reviews for the fucking demo? Why does it even have a community? Do yourself a favor. Avoid this game like the fucking plague. Riven Crown. I have my beef with Souls-like, so this might not be along the lines of trying to break new grounds or anything. Maybe not this Souls-like. Loco Limbo. I mean, come on. You're playing as Mr. Meeseeks in this game. How can you not? Roller game! So you're rolling around on rollerblades, and just like Wheel World, that's pretty much it. There's no tricks you can do with your rollerblades. You don't get to destroy shit, cause property damage, or get chased by the police or anything like that. You tried to appeal to me, but sadly you failed. Be interesting next time. And there you have it, folks. All 496 games ranked accordingly on a single tier list. And after experiencing these games, I gotta be honest, it has rekindled my love for gaming again. So many different types of games with unlimited creativity, passion oozing through every single pixel on screen.
Or it could be AI, I don't know.
And scripted dialogue that showcases the best and worst mindset behind the developers when they were crafting their vision. I experienced laughter, anger, enjoyment, boredom. At first, I went into this endeavor as an idea to make content. In the end, it wasn't about the destination. It was the journey itself. Please check out these games that I showed you. Except Rizamon. And you'll understand what truly makes gaming the most greatest and most expensive hobby of all. What are your favorite games you look forward to playing? Any slop worth avoiding? I'm open to reading what you lovely people have to say. If you'd like me to do more of this format, please just let me know and I'll be sure to do a sequel next year. Or maybe it's on the Game Awards. Until then, take care, guys.